Okay, welcome back everybody. This is going to be Monday, the 23rd of October. Okay, so had some trades here. Once again, doing indices again this week. I think next week we're going to start bringing back some of the stocks. We'll bring back maybe gold, maybe natural gas, maybe crude oil. They seem to be heating up. All right, so let's just stick with one more week on the indices. Seems to be really popular. So, first trade. Was looking for an ES or E-mini S&P entry. This morning didn't actually hit it until a little bit after 11 a.m. this morning Eastern time, and it was a pairing pattern, so I ended up actually buying it, and I held this trade till target. It did hit target, but when it hit target, it really started taking off, so I actually got out almost by gut. Nice little trade on the ES. Very similar trades on the mini Nasdaq and the mini Russell. We'll take a look at those real quick. This particular pattern was what we call pairing. They weren't all pairing, but let's take a look at those other two indices. All right, so also a buy on the mini Nasdaq. We did have later on, we did have some selling opportunities. Did not take those, unfortunately. Would have been really nice trades, and I didn't go really heavy today, so wish I had gone a little bit heavier. Markets were just really moving, had good volatility, good movement, good follow through. Everything was definitely in sync today, and I like that. So we have a nice little HF1 buy in this case on the mini Nasdaq. It did hit my first target. I went ahead and got out. Of course, it eventually did come up and hit second target, but like I said, most of these trades on these indices, I am going to be taking that very first target. Now, if I'm in a short position sometimes, I will try to go a little bit further, or just the market is just super, super strong. I will go ahead and try to get further out targets, but you know what? Don't have to, all right? I want to get in, get out. I don't like to stay in the market too long. So in this case, had I, yes, I would have made a little bit more money, but that's all right. I did hit my very first target, was pretty close. I went in, got out, scalped it, made a little bit of money on that, and then, of course, pretty similar on the mini Russell. Let's take a look at that real quick. All right, pretty similar to the other two indices. This case, this wasn't actually an HF3 buy on the mini Russell, so we had a nice little HF3 develop. Did hit first target, went ahead and exited after the first target. We did have a further out target. I think it hit it later on in the day. Let me check. Yeah, it did. It actually did hit that further out target. So anyway, but that's all right. I took my first target, like I said. I wanted to get in and get out. So overall, I had a fairly decent day. Not a huge day, but overall, not bad. 1377. Making biggest trade was on the mini Nasdaq. That's typically going to be the case, all right, because usually my targets are further out, okay, and I like the mini Nasdaq. It's just a great little market, all right. So we made a little bit of money on the S&P, made some money on the mini Russell. Wasn't going really heavy today. Like I said, I wish I had gone heavier. But once again, all these trades you'll watch me execute in our live morning show. If they do trigger. In this case, they didn't trigger until after the first 30 minutes, but they did trigger during our Discord. I do continue to trade live in our Discord channel with our subscribers. They watch all these orders. They watch all my orders going in, going out. They watch the entries, the exits. Everything is fully disclosed, so you can learn how I trade my method. If you want to be taught, I can definitely teach you that. It's something I've been using for the last 40 years. It's solid. It's good, based on patterns and a few other things that I look at. And that's about it. So anyway, man, I'm looking forward to this week. I just think it's going to be a really good week overall. So a lot of earnings coming out this week. So I think we're going to see a ton of volatility. All right. That's it. Let's wrap it up. We'll be here again first thing tomorrow morning. Please join us every morning. We start at 9 a.m. Eastern. First 30 minutes is open to everybody. And sometimes I get trades. Sometimes I don't during the first 30 minutes. And then I'll continue on. But I usually give you some ideas where I'm going to be buying if we do get triggered later on. And then we continue on in Discord, and we continue to trade the indices. I am also posting the stocks for those that are in Discord, and if we have any commodities like crude oil, gold, silver, natural gas, any of those, we'll be posting those as well. But right now, first thing I'm going to be focused on in the morning is going to be the indices. We'll do that the rest of this week. And then in the morning, we'll go ahead and we'll bring back in the stocks and bring back in the commodities, because I think gold and the energies are starting to really pick up. So we'll start hitting those again next week. All right, guys, that's it. See you tomorrow.